My name is Evelyn Harper, but most people call me Evie. I'm 67 years old, though I prefer to say 67 years young. I'm a retired high school guidance counselor from a small town just outside Atlanta, Georgia. For most of my life, I helped other people figure things out. Teenagers with broken hearts, parents panicking about college applications, kids who just needed one adult to actually listen. And for 40 years, I was a wife to a good man named Tom. Tom was steady, kind, the kind of man who fixed things without complaining and believed dinner together mattered. 8 years ago, he died of a heart attack. Just like that. One minute we were arguing over what to watch on TV. The next, my world went quiet. After Tom passed, the house felt too big, too empty. Every room echoed. So I sold it. And because I loved my son, because that's what mothers do, I gave Derek and his wife Brittany $180,000. Cash. No contracts. No repayment plan. No strings attached. It was meant to help them buy their dream home in the suburbs. I remember thinking, family helps family. I didn't know that would turn into the most expensive lesson of my life. Derek is 38 now. A good man. A kind man. But not a strong one. And Brittany? Well, Brittany is the kind of woman who looks perfect on social media. Matching outfits. Bright smiles. Holiday photos that scream, we have it all together. In real life, she treats people like background props. After the move, I stayed in their guest room temporarily. Just until I figured out my next step. That temporary stay turned into years. Somewhere along the way, I stopped being a guest and became the help. I cooked, cleaned, did laundry. I watched their kids, Mia and little Jax, whenever Brittany had work. By work, she meant influencer shoots, brunch dates, and scrolling TikTok in coffee shops. I never charged them a dime. When money was tight, I covered groceries, paid an electric bill, fixed the air conditioner, twice. I told myself it was fine, that I was helping my family. Brittany loved to say, "Your family, Evie. Family pitches in." What she really meant was, "You live here, so you owe us." If I asked for help with dishes, she'd roll her eyes and say, "Girl, chill. It's not that deep." Meanwhile, I'd be scrubbing the kitchen while she snapped selfies in front of it. Derek saw it, but he stayed quiet. He always chose peace over confrontation. And then came Christmas. 1 week before the holiday, Brittany burst into the house like a tornado. Phone in one hand, designer coffee in the other. "Evie, big news," she said. "My whole family's coming for Christmas." She rattled off the list like it was nothing. Mom, Dad, 3 sisters, their husbands, cousins, kids, 35 people. Easy. Then she smiled. "You're gonna handle the whole dinner." I blinked. 35 people? I said, "That's a restaurant job. I'm one person." She laughed. "Come on, you're retired. You've got nothing else going on." Then she said the words I'll never forget. "You eat our food. You use our Wi-Fi. You take up space. Time to earn your keep." I looked at Derek. He didn't look up from his phone. "Mom, it'll be fine," he said. "Brittany's just stressed." That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling. I wasn't angry. I wasn't sad. I was empty. And that's when I realized something terrifying. I had slowly disappeared from my own life. So the next morning, while Brittany slept in because self-care, I packed a small suitcase. Just the essentials. Clothes. Medication. A paperback I loved. And my freedom. I booked a round-trip flight to Key West, Florida. 7 nights. A tiny Airbnb near the beach. Before I left, I did one last thing. I stocked the fridge. Turkey. Potatoes. stuffing, green beans, desserts, everything needed to feed 35 people. Then I wrote a note. Not cruel, not dramatic, just honest. I reminded them of the money, the bills, the babysitting, the years. I ended it with this. I'm taking a vacation. I'm finally doing something for myself. I left the note on the kitchen island, and at 4 in the morning on Christmas Eve, I walked out. The Uber driver asked, "Big holiday plans?" I smiled. "Yeah, I'm choosing peace." By noon, I was in Key West. Ocean breeze, bare feet, no expectations. The messages started coming in fast. "Mom, where are you? Evie, this isn't funny. The turkey's still raw." I didn't answer. Christmas morning, the phone exploded. 35 people. No dinner. No plan. They ordered pizza and wings. Paper plates. Cold sides. Someone posted in the family group chat, "Wait, wasn't Evie handling dinner?" I laughed. Out loud. Standing on the beach, drink in my hand, sun on my face. Later, Derek called. His voice was small. "I didn't realize how much you did, Mom," he said. I really didn't. I told him the truth. I never needed praise. I needed respect. That week changed everything. I read. I swam. I slept. I even flirted a little with a retired Navy man named Ray. He listened quietly, then said, "You did the right thing." On New Year's Eve, Derek called again. They'd fought. Brittany admitted she'd been using my help to keep her life together. I laid out my boundaries. Respect. Choice. Or I move out. Without guilt. When I came home in January, the house felt different. Quieter. Humbled. Brittany apologized. Really apologized. And this time she showed it. I still live there. But now I live as me. I say no. I go out. I choose peace. Because the best revenge wasn't the chaos I left behind. It was the peace I found when I finally put myself first.